Brian here again with Wilderness Solar in Idaho. You can see this beautiful house here. We just finished doing a solar system for it. It's a 5,400 square foot house. And I'm going to walk you through, just for a minute or two, the system that is storing the energy and powering that house. Let's go ahead and turn the system on here. There's just some basic simple components to the system. As you saw earlier in one of our other videos outside, the solar panels, and there's an underground cable coming from those solar panels. There's 18 of them. It's coming in right here, as you can see. And that's feeding into these charge controllers right here. And we have two of them, two charge controllers, rated at 60 amps apiece. This is a 48 volt system. So those solar panels out there are 24 volts each, and they're wired in series, 2 panels each, and then all of those panels are wired parallel. And they come in right here as we showed before. They come into these two charge controllers. It's divided between the two of them. And as you can see, we can look at all kinds of parameters on the charge controllers. This shows us our battery voltage, our photovoltaic voltage coming from the panels, how much current is coming in right now. And, and this shows that we are pulling 420 watts, which is almost nothing on a super cloudy day like this with snow on the panels. And this is just half of the power that's coming in, because the other half is over here on this system. Oops, we'll go back. And this is the second charge controller. And you can see we're doing about 445 watts off of this one. So we're doing about 1,000 watts off of that, which is a 6 kilowatt system. But it is completely overcast on a very cold, wintry, snowy day. Now, after the energy comes into these charge controllers, it goes into the batteries. These are 6-volt batteries. They're made by a company called Roll-Surette. Very high quality batteries. And as you can see, there's 3 cells. You see the 3 caps? That means they're 6 volts each, or 2.2 volts each, because they're lead batteries, and they are called wet cells, or flooded cells. Very good quality batteries. And if you notice, we've wired them all in series. So if you take 6 times 8 batteries, there's our 48 volts that the solar panels are delivering. That's coming in and charging the batteries. We have a cutoff switch right here with another key switch here that we can turn the panels system off right here. You can also turn them off up at the breakers at the panels themselves, and we showed that in a previous video that John did. But anyway, after the power goes and stores into the batteries, if the batteries are full, then the power will go directly to the inverter. And if the batteries are not full and there's no power coming in the solar panels, the batteries will just supply the inverter. Whereas during the day, the inverter mostly takes all of its power from the panels. This is just a simple little display that shows some of the features and the faults on the power inverter. And if you'll notice on this screen here, it will tell us a little bit as it cycles through. We're not really pulling any load. Let's turn some lights on. I bet there won't be anything. Let's see if there's any. There's our battery voltage. Let's see. We just turned some lights on. And I don't know if the house is on right now, but yeah, there's no load, so nothing. And then over here we have some more meters here that are showing the power that's going out to the house. So this is power out. The inverters were showing power in. This is a 220 volt inverter. So each one of those is showing 115 volts and how many watts are going out of the system. This is a complete system. This battery bank will hold about 35 kilowatt hours of power, which should run his house through the night, no problem. And during the day, the house is run primarily by the sunshine. Anyway, that's the basics of an average system for a good-sized home. Most systems can be considerably smaller than this, depending upon the square footage of the home and the electric usage. Anyway, there's a good idea of what we're looking at when we put in a system that can be both on-grid, off-grid, and completely independent if you want. And this is Brian again with Wilderness Solar. Thanks.